I'm generally starting to feel stressed about this house build. I've got tension on my shoulders because I'm worried that we're running out of time. We need to get it waterproofed before Hayden starts his summer event season, which is happening at mid-November. I'm filming this at the start of October. And by that stage we need to have the roofing on and everything wrapped, and it's just been raining so much. Hayden also started doing a little bit of work, so he's only been able to work on the house on the weekends. So yeah, I'm starting to feel tense. It has been so reassuring seeing the progress Hayden has been making. I had really thought this stage would be really fiddly and time consuming, but he's been ploughing through it, which has really soothed me. He's also kind of slowing down or stopping one job, although this weekend he's starting an event. So it's that in-between stage. I'm still feeling tense because we're now, is it mid-October? I feel like we're just generally running out of time. We still are. I had a good chat with Hayden about timing, and we don't actually have to get the roofing on. Apparently we can stop at the ply stage and then wrap everything in plastic, and it should be okay until the end of the event season. But it's so lovely being able to stand at where a future window will go and visualize it all. That's the really enjoyable part. And I was back to waking up in the middle of the night, worrying about waterproofing this house build in time. I do wonder if there's a quicker way that Hayden can do it. He was just going to progress with the stages until the wooden roof structure was on, but can we put on a fake one and just whack on the plastic? When he gets back from his first mini event, I think we need to sit down and have a chat about this. And certain parts of the build are basically becoming a bit of a pool because the water can't really go anywhere, so it's damaging the floor ply, which can't be good. So just a little worried. Hayden's home. He just got back yesterday, and then the roofing iron just turned up. Funnily enough, with the new timing of the house, this iron is now going to sit here for 5 months. We really are running out of time before Hayden's away for 6 weeks and his event season really gets going. As you can tell, I have been nervous and stressing about this fact. I'm worried that we're going to damage this wood and just throw money away, really. Hayden proposes that we wrap the base, just the ply, so that no water can get to it, and he feels that the rest of the wood should be okay. Hopefully. I am wondering if mold will start growing underneath. I'm feeling much calmer today, and the reason is we have a new plan. Hayden talked to one of his friends who also built his own home and took quite a while, and apparently we could let the flooring dry and paint it, waterproof it, and it should be okay. Yeah, because the flooring's H3, which is a stronger protective layer on the wood, and then with the paint too, hopefully it's okay. And the thing I like about this plan the most is we're not desperately hoping for a fine patch to dry out the wood, because if it doesn't happen, I can paint the floor. That's something I feel very confident doing myself. So what Hayden still has to do is cut off the wood at the bottom of the doors so that if it does rain over summer, I can just brush the water out the doorways. Our room won't be a pool anymore, which is very reassuring. Yeah. He still has to block all the walls and put on, I've forgotten the name, metal things on the corners to stop any movement over summer, keep this straight. I had heard how stressful house building is, and it's been okay. There's been a few moments like being aware that getting permission to start building took longer than I had hoped, and my stress of how high should the windows in the living area go, and have I got the right windows. But it's been nothing to this stress. To will the house be damaged if it's untouched for 5 months. So one thing I do want to check is whatever paint we put on the floor, is it safe for when we enclose the house? Because I don't want toxic paint on the floor of Reese's room. So that's a little bit of more research, I think. So I've just been talking about the paint plan.
Paint plan?
Yeah.
Slap it on.
A little bit easier than trying to put a roof on.
Yep. All the more protection anyway.
Yeah, that is true. So this has all been about me talking about how stressed I've been feeling. Shall we hear how Hayden's been feeling?
My stress level is about the same as how Father's wall is bowed.
Has it bowed?
And it's not bowed at all, it's perfect.
Why aren't you stressed?
Because the wall's not bowed.
Yeah, but 5 months' time.
That's right.
Just shows the contrast of how different me and Hayden are. I never thought of myself as a stressor, but in this relationship I am firmly in the stressing position, whereas Hayden always seems so relaxed. Relaxed?
Yeah. No point stressing over the little stuff.
Yeah, but this seemed big to me. This was wood getting damaged and having to be replaced. That was my fear level. ended up emailing Resine, which is a good New Zealand paint company. They came back saying we could use Resine polyethylene is the best clear coat temperature solution. Or the second option was painting it, which I think we're leaning towards, with 1 coat of Resine quick dry followed by 2 top coats of Resine lumber cider. So I kind of want to look into lumber cider just to find out if it will be safe long term for Reese, being the careful mother. It really is a pool right now. Like, the doorways haven't been cut out, so the water's just sitting in there, and it's raining too much that it can't escape. That's actually really reassuring that the house is no longer a pool.